a repeater and a piece of redstone, and thus provides a connection.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's all that you need to do. Well, that would be really nice to see that, actually. Get working on that.
Let's see here. Let's throw you down there. And
I don't even know if my brother's read Lord of the Rings or not. I bet he hasn't. I bet he's not actually. Well, he does. I don't think he reads much. Well, that's not true. I mean, at the moment he seems hell bent on audio books. He likes audio books,
mm-hmm.
which that really is the lazy way, isn't it? Get someone else to read you a story.
I think I got one more here.
Are you going to have it?
And
How wide are you going
there.
to have it?
Probably just
3?
too wide.
Because then you'll have your lava stream coming down either against one edge or against the other, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
If you have it 3, you could have it coming down dead centre. But would you want it coming down dead centre? You might want it staggered even, mightn't you? So that one comes down on one side of the pool and one on the other.
Yeah. That's a good idea. And plus dead center, I mean, then you got the dispenser up there, and it's just, well, I don't know. I haven't decided.
Yeah.
Probably 2 was the way I was looking at it. 3 is an idea, though. I just think that would be a little bit wide.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Because even now you're going to have trouble with your railway station doorway, aren't you? Or you're just going to have it on the one side, you're just going to have it on this side, aren't they?
No, it'll eventually surround the entire museum. So it'll come to like right here, over here on this side.
Oh, right.
Yeah, right about where I'm standing, I think, is where the corner will turn and go. So it'll have like a one. It'll have a 1 block walkway basically in front of it as well. At least here on this side, in front of the museum.
Yeah. It's nice stuff, this cobblestone wall, and I don't really use it. I tend to forget about it. Or even, putting it outside instead of fence because they can't get over it.
Nah, I've utterly and totally forgotten about it. That and flower pots. Speaking of which, let me pop out right quick and check and see. No, they're still in development builds. But they're moving on it. There's about 40 development builds of it, so they're definitely moving along on it very well.
And what are development builds? That's where they're testing it or something.
Right. Those are the ones they're not guaranteed to do anything other than actually run. It's for the plug-in developers to play around with, see what changes they've made, what they need to change their own personal code to be, so that it matches the variable names, the function names. Yeah, it's entirely for the developers. It's for the people who are actually working on the program to play with, to work through, find out what bugs, work on the bugs, that sort of thing. It's, as they say, it's not guaranteed to do anything other than to start and run.
You got a bit of cave up there where the pillar touches the top.
It's possible there's an opening up there. I think where there was some gravel and stuff.
Ah.
Yep. And I think there may be the same kind of situation on the other side, or no, I know what it is. It's where I was getting that black all the way around. That was my solution to the lighting bug.
Ah, right.
As
Yeah,
I was getting black, so to get rid of it, I had to get rid of the wall along the side of it. In fact, there's one up right up there. I didn't notice it when I was up there, but there's one right above that black, right above the back
pumpkin
there. Yes, which I need to replace the pumpkins with glowstone.
Well, got all 3 glowstone now. All you got to go and do is sit in the witch farm for a little bit.
Oh yeah, may have to do that later as well. So yeah, that's what I was up to.
Yeah.
And that's what I was coming over here to do this morning when my internet connection went so bad. And it almost went horribly bad.
Did it?
Oh, Lord. I was sitting here this morning. I was watching something on TV. I don't remember what it was. Hadn't been awake very long. It was about 9, I guess. And all of a sudden I hear some banging noises on the side of the house. So I walk out and I look, and there's a AT&T van parked in my driveway. That's the telephone company.
Yeah.
AT&T van parked in my driveway with the orange cones around it and everything. They've got them trained. Even in a driveway, they put the orange cones around their van. And I look, and there's a AT&T guy with, once again, a hard hat and orange vest and everything else working on the side of the house right where the cable box comes in. And it's like, that's not something you see every day. Especially since I don't have phone service. I get my telephone, my internet, and my cable all through the cable company. So it's like,
right.
that's definitely something I'm not used to seeing. So I slide some clothes on and come downstairs and like, hey, how you doing? He's like, hey, how's it going there? And he says, it's going nice. Pretty rough day for you to be out, isn't it? And he said, yeah, it's kind of rainy and cold out here today. I was like, yeah. I said, do you mind if I ask you what's up? No, not at all. He says, I didn't know if anyone was home or not. I was glad you are, so that someone can, look at the paperwork and see what we're doing and all that. And says, are you Sean? And it's like, nope. Said, that's my son. And he was like, oh, okay. I said, yeah, and he hasn't lived here for 7 years. Apparently, when he got his latest cell phone a couple of weeks ago, they ran through the whole spiel about, would you like to change and upgrade to Uverse, which is their satellite dish technology stuff. And he thought about it and he went, sure, whatever, okay. And then last week he rethought it. He decided, no, I don't want to do that. I'm happy with my Comcast cable. So he said, because I got him on the phone right quick, and he said, yeah, that last Wednesday or Thursday, he had called them and canceled the order and everything. But apparently over the weekend, it didn't percolate through. So they got that straightened out. But yeah, it's like a damn good thing I was home, because I would have came home to found out that my cable service had been canceled, and that I now had a big satellite dish bolted to the side of my house,
Wow. So how come they were putting it on your house then if Sean, doesn't live there? Is he just not told him of the change of address?
Apparently, yeah. They've still got his one of his addresses is still listed as my house here. Which he does that with some of the stuff. I mean, some of the things that he gets, I'm constantly getting junk mail from him.
Yeah.
For him that he's quit using their service or quit banking there or done whatever, and he's just never called them, because he doesn't deal with them anymore. He hasn't changed his address with them. And when he had I guess when he got the new phone and it was AT&T, it didn't dawn on him to think that they were like, oh, you used to be a customer of ours. And it's like, yeah. And it says, okay, well, we can just transfer it over here. It didn't dawn on him that last time he was a customer of theirs was about 7 years ago, so.
Yeah, it can be a problem sometimes. We're not changing address. I mean, now we're getting about 4 or 5 different people's mail here, because obviously whoever's been here has never bothered changing their address to the different people who lived here.
Sure, yeah. That happened to me for a while, the first couple of years.
Yeah, The last one we got actually today is some woman's credit card bill. Apparently, she's got £5,000 on a credit.
Wow.
You'd think they'd bother to tell them that sort of change, wouldn't you?
You would think so, unless it was like the first year I was here and I had a summons agent, court agent coming up and hand me a summons, and it's like, believe it or not, I'm not Matilda Smith.
I don't know, you look a bit silly to me.
I'm like, well, does she live here? No. Like, are you sure? I'm pretty sure. I've been here for a year and I've yet to see anyone named Matilda Smith in the house.
If she does live here, my wife's going to be pretty pissed off.
Yeah. And it's like, well, is she the one you bought the house from? And it was like, no, the lady I bought the house from lived here for 12 years before I got it, and she wasn't Matilda Smith either. So, apparently Matilda hadn't changed her address in a while.
Yeah, either that or I was using a fake address.
Precisely. Be like one of the scenes in The World's End where Simon Pegg's character, the police pull him over and he says, I left my license, and he's like, well, you can run me through your computer, can't you? And he's like, okay, what's your name and address? And he gives the address of one of his buddies sitting in the back seat there. And they're all like, don't you know, what are you doing? You're going to get in so much trouble. And the cop comes back up and he says, well, like, Peter, alrighty, well, you might want to get that taillight checked on and get an emissions test, and y'all have fun in town now. And walks back to his motorcycle, and they're all like, how did that happen? Surely he ran through the computer. And he was like, yeah, this car's been in Peter's name since I bought it in 1989. He's like, but I've moved 3 times since then. And he's like, yeah, I have to keep faking the logbook, don't I?
King's Pawn to King's Pawn 2. Your move. Feels like standing at a chessboard, doesn't it, actually?
It does.
Did you get
I bet y'all's even have the little checkerboard on top, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to watch those Mob Squad videos?
Oh, crap, no.
Oh, honestly. I was
definitely have to watch
till my
that.
sides hurt. Yeah. Yeah.
No, I definitely have to watch that. Sorry. I'm glad you reminded me of it.
Yeah, it really is funny.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's an old one too. I mean, I don't know how come I'd never seen or heard of it, but it really is.
Yeah, I'll watch those just as soon as we finish up here and all that. Oops! Oh my, is that the time?
Well, it's certainly bathroom break time. I'll be back in a minute.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I've had to put my hoodie's hood up, keep myself warm. We went into town to pick up a paper shredder that my granddad ordered from the store, and it had come in. Mm-hmm. And while we were there, Beulah wanted to go and get some Christmas cards. So I said, right, well, that's it then. I'll be across in the game shop. I went in there and I'm looking at stuff, and I just picked up, different boxes because I was bored, and I picked up one and it was endless space. And as soon as I did it, the guy in the shop pounced on me. He said, oh, he says, have you played that? I said, no. I said, I haven't. I said, I'm looking at it now. He says, have you ever played a game called Civilization 5? I said, once or twice, yeah. He said, it's just like that, only in space. He says, it's wonderful. Are you sure? He says, it's brilliant. It's just like Civilization 5. And he then went into this big long rant about it, telling me all about it and how good it is and all this.
Uh-huh.
I'm thinking, I don't think it really is Civilization 5. I think it's more like Master of Orion type thing. But
yeah, it's not quite Civ 5.
Yeah, a bit more cinematic battles rather than you having much effect on it.
I don't remember Civ 5, having exactly that. Don't remember Civ 5 having its battles determined by card play. But who knows? Maybe that's how he resolves his civilization battles. Alright, everybody grab the deck. Damn, got an ace. Alright, let's see here. Boom, boom. Put those stone axes together. There we go. Good.
You were putting stone axes together instead of repairing them with an anvil?
Yep. Oops. See, now I was so proud of myself for remembering stuff that's in the game. It's making me forget stuff that's in the mods. Well, I needed to save the space and get rid of both of those stone anvils, stone picks anyway. Now I've only got the one.
Needed to save the space. I was watching that video of yours earlier on about the, when we flooded the witch farm and everything. And you went over to your junk chest and you opened it up, and it was a double chest full of junk. No wonder you couldn't put it all in your inventory. You had to start sticking it on top of that pillar. And
What are you?
Was bygone form. He's got his junk correct.
I saw him on here earlier.
Who? Dwendon was on here.
Yeah, I didn't actually speak to him or anything, because why would I want to do that? Alright. Why are we getting lag?
It's you, not me. I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of lag. Hang on just a second. There we go. Alrighty. Computer acting up over here. It's doing something. It may be defragging itself in public or whatever.
Yeah, they tend to like to do that.
Yeah. Told him it's rude, but it won't listen. Yeah, when I logged in, it said Dwendon is playing Far Cry 3. And I sent him a message, but then he logged out just a few moments later, so.
Yeah, it shows he's got like about an hour in Far Cry 3, which means he'll have just got through all the really long cutscenes and tutorial rubbish that's at the beginning of it.
Kind of like Metal Gear Solid, then. He's played it for 2 hours, which means he's only gotten through the introductory videos.
Well, that's it. See, it takes that while to start to pick up. I mean, it doesn't really get a good game until you get out and can do what you want and go where you want,
Mm-hmm.
But I did record 3 episodes of it to see whether or not I fancied LPing it or not, to see how it went and see whether the computer could do it. And it did struggle a bit. It went down to like 20, 25, 20 frames per second in places. But when I watch the videos, it's not really noticeable, anything like that. But it might be if once I record them, render them down into the smaller video files or whatever.
I bet Total Biscuit could notice.
Oh god, yeah.
I bet he could look at it and tell you weren't getting 115 frames a second.
Yeah.
And you've got your field of view slider set way too low too.
I would definitely have my FOV slider too low for him, yeah. Oh, he drives me mad with that. We get it. You like to cheat and have a bigger, wider view than anybody else.
Yeah, motion sickness, right.
Yeah. That's the same as my mum's boyfriend's thing of I can't ride in the back of the car, I get car sick if I sit in the back. Yeah.
Yeah. I got several friends, that's their reason for smoking pot. Motion sickness, yeah. Alrighty.
Does it get you bad, that motion sickness, when you're sat in a chair doing nothing?
Alright, well, coolness, what you feel like doing?
Oh, well. Like I said, what games have we got other than Civ we can play? Have we got anything other than Civ?
Let's
I
pop
don't know
out.
if we had anything on the go, did we?
Pop out and take a look.